Hello. Well, it's early April and I'm going to do some painting on a little tiny stream that does run into the Hampshire Avon eventually. It's in the New Forest and it's called Docken's Water. It's a lovely little stream. It will probably be dried up in the summer, but we haven't had any rain for a long time. And it's a very sunny day, so I thought it might be good for painting. It's a pretty little stream and it runs through some lovely ancient woodland. Now, when you're plein air painting, as the French use that expression, it's painting in the open air, you've got to look for a scene and you're looking for something that's got a decent sort of composition. And I often wander around, shaping my hands into a square and looking through the square and thinking that might make a painting. There are so many good scenes here, but it's a complicated scene and you have to simplify it. So I'm looking for something that's not too big because I've got a little canvas board at 8 by 10 inches, and that's ideal for a morning's painting. Now, in the morning, the sun is a little bit lower and you start to get these lovely shadows across the greens, and that all helps make a nice painting. You're rather spoilt for choice, really. There are some paintings, scenes that are very, very complicated, and you think, well, I haven't really got the time in the morning to do a really complex scene. So I'm looking for something fairly simple. You can see how old these trees are, and the trees were full of character. Look at this big beech that's come down. That's a really big root plate. Now here's a New Forest pony, a bay pony that's coming down to have a drink. And he's just behind where I'm going to be sitting. Now this is the scene that I'm going to do, and I've already made a start. I've drawn it out and I've got a nice comfortable chair, and it's going to be a very nice place to sit for a couple of hours. I picked as simple a scene I could, really, and of course you do eliminate some of the branches because there are just so many. Now I've made a bit more progress here. I've got this very small box that I use because it was about a half a mile walk to get here. Lovely just sitting here listening to the sound of the birds. Anyway, I need to stretch my legs a bit, so I leave the painting and wander off to look at a few other things. There's been a lot of holly pollarding. It's a traditional management tool that they use in the forest. But I'm also amazed at this. It's an oak tree with a massive piece of ivy growing up it. Now that ivy has got to be 150 years old, just that piece of ivy, as it winds its way up the oak tree. Because the longer you stay in an area like this, the more scenes you see. And I've taken several photographs of other areas, but you can see this little stream has got so many twists and turns in it. And of course, on a day like this, where the sky is blue, you're getting lots of light in. It's nice to see the pebbles at the bottom of the river. Yes, that's the scene I'm doing, and I've been at it for a couple of hours now, and I probably won't do too much more because it's very easy to over paint a small canvas. It certainly is a lovely day. There's another scene. I could do that later too. That big oak. Anyway, I'm off now. Back to the car. And it was a good morning's painting.
Well, that's what it looks like in a temporary frame. Happens to be the same size. Actually, it's a useful size for plein air painting. It's 8 inches by 10 inches, and I keep this frame just for trying them out. Now, I haven't done anything to it. Now, some people would probably quite like a painting that's very loose, very plein air, but I might just tighten it up a little bit. But I've got some really good references for other parts of the stream which are far more complicated, and I should do that in the studio. Anyway, that's what it looks like anyway in a frame.
Well, I'll finish now with this photograph that I took that morning along the stream, and it's a photograph that I think I might do a much larger painting in the studio. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did, please click a like and maybe subscribe. Goodbye.